Hey everyone, Anita Fanita here. How is everybody? I'm sure you're all wondering why I'm wearing gloves. Okay, so I'm doing a requested video today. I've had a few emails and also some comments asking how I do the acid testing for the jewelry, and that's what I'm going to be doing for you guys today. What you need is first you need the acid testing kit, which you can get at pretty much everywhere. They have them on eBay, Amazon, in stores. They run from $10 to $20 depending on what's inside of them. You need gloves. What you can use is tissues or Q-tips. I use Q-tips. And I also have wipes, and this is what I use just to wipe the stone with. Okay, and I want to remind you guys that this is how I do the testing. A lot of people do testing in different ways, but this is my way of doing it and what works for me. Okay, so what's in this testing kit is a stone, the testing stone, and then I have the 2 bottles of acid. This one here, the clear one is for gold, and the red one is for sterling silver. This one here is for 10 karat. They have different carats. What I do is always I only get the 10 karat one because I know that it's at least 10 carats. And then the red one is for the sterling. And I always have scrap in here to test and make sure that these have not expired, because they do expire. And I don't know what the time frame is on the expiration. It varies depending on how often you open the bottles, how long you let it sit out open. You never know. You can leave it just a little bit open and not close it all the way, and it can expire. Reason why I always have a scrap piece of jewelry to test first to make sure that the acids are working before I actually test the jewelry. Okay, so we're going to be testing right now the sterling. And I know this is sterling silver, so this is going to test positive. Okay. And when you're doing a little scratch on the stone here, don't press too hard, because real sterling silver is a soft metal, and if you have to scratch really hard, chances are that's not going to be a silver piece. So do it very softly so you don't damage the piece. And I'm going to show you how it's going to turn out. Okay, so we have a little scratch here, and all you really need is just 1 drop. You put a drop on the scratch you made over here. There we go. I just put only 1 drop. And if it is sterling silver, what's going to happen is it's going to show kind of like a little tiny red, kind of like blood looking stain on here. See, you see that little tiny one? Because I made a really small scratch. So it has that little tiny space here. Okay, I'm going to make a bigger scratch now so you can see an even bigger red. But all you really need to do is do a tiny scratch to make sure that it is. But I want to show you guys, how red it does turn. Okay, just so you know what you're looking for. Okay, so I'm just going to do a bigger scratch here because it is scrap metal and I don't really care about this piece here. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I did a little bit more than a drop. Okay, see that? We have a bigger red here. Okay, so this is what you're looking for, this little red on here, the little red spot, kind of like a little blood drop. Okay. And if it's not silver, which I'm going to be using here, this piece is not silver, look how hard it's going to be scratching on here. You can already hear it. Okay. Okay. And when you put a drop, it will sometimes turn black, sometimes it'll turn kind of like a bluish gray color, and then it will disappear on you. Okay, let's see here. Okay, see, it's going to disappear in just a second. It turned kind of like a grayish color, and if you wait a few seconds, it will disappear. It might not disappear fully, but you'll see the color fading away, which is what's happening. It's just taking a little bit longer. Okay, and I'll put it down here for you guys. See, it has almost disappeared. Where'd it go? Here. Okay, so next I'm going to be showing you, well, actually, since I already have my stone, and see, almost gone. You will see still the mark, but it won't be red like the one that was for sterling. Okay, there we go. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is, why I took out my kit is so I can check this piece here that my dad got for me. It has a mother of pearl inside, and it has these really nice designs, really large pendant here. And this is how the back looks, and it is marked 925. But you know, you can't really go by what it's marked. Sometimes those are false markings. You just have to, it's better just to test it to make sure. And let's see if it is or if it isn't. Okay, so we're having a little marking here. I don't want to, I'm just doing it very, very lightly because I don't want to damage the piece. See, I have a mark right there, over here. And reason why I brought the wipes is some of the marks are still there. So use different areas where if you're doing multiple pieces. I brought the wipes so I can clean the stone afterwards. Okay, so let's see. Put one drop here, okay. And what we're looking for is a little tiny red mark, if we're gonna see one. And there it is. You see that little red mark right there in the center? So this piece definitely is indeed sterling silver. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is the gold. I just want to wipe this off, the stone. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this piece here, and make sure you, when you put the lids on, back on, do put them on really tightly so that they don't expire soon and they don't spill, or, you know, just make sure that it's safely closed. So I'm waiting for the stone to dry a little bit. It's a little wet. Let me use this to dry it up. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this gold piece here, and just gonna make a scratch here. And gold, just like sterling silver, is soft, so you don't need to be really putting too much pressure. If you're putting too much pressure for it to scratch the stone, chances are that's not a gold piece or a silver piece. Okay, so there's the scratch. And what I'm gonna do here is just, like, you know, do a little a drop, but you know, I'm gonna do a pull drop. That's like this, like so. There we go. Okay. So what we're looking for here is to see if the line is still there, if we can see through, if we can still see the line through the drop, which, as you can see, we can clearly see, still see the line right there. And I'm gonna leave this here. Okay, so what we're gonna do next, since the scratch is still here, we're gonna be using something that is not gold and see what happens. What's gonna happen is it's gonna, you see how you can still see the line in the center? You could still see the scratch as if it was just made on the real gold. But what's going to happen with this one is that area that I'm going to pour the acid is going to disappear, the color. The scratch is going to disappear. Okay, so let's scratch it up. Okay, here it is. Okay. Oops, I put a little bit too much, but it's okay. We just need to show that. Okay. You guys see how it disappeared? Oh, let me get this drop here. I put a little bit too much. Okay. Okay. As you guys can see, it's like it disappeared right in the center. And this one is still here. And I'm going to show you right now that if I put another drop on it, it will still be there until I wipe the stone off. Okay. See, still there, and the other one's disappeared. Okay, so, and then what I do is use a wipe just to wipe off the stone. And that is how I do my testing. And then what I do is, you know, put it back in the package. They usually come in packages. If they don't come in a package, put them in some foil and put them in a little box or somewhere, and make sure that they're standing up straight so they're not, laying down or anything, because you don't want them to spill accidentally, because you never know. Make sure they're standing upright, and put them in some kind of foil standing and wherever you're going to put it. Always remember to put, another piece of scrap metal in there to do the testing before you start testing your jewelry, to have like a scrap jewelry to do like a pre-test to make sure that the acid hasn't expired. And I hope you guys had fun. And if you have any questions, please put them into the comments. This is Anita Fanita saying goodbye.